Hey guys, good morning. Okay, today what I'm going to show is, if anybody knows me, knows that for the last several years I've been making charcuterie boards. It started with COVID. Just my daughter asked me to make a board and for her friends, and then it just kind of took off from there and turned into a little business. Over the last year, I haven't really been doing a whole lot of them, but I have had a few to do lately just for some favors for people. So I thought maybe what would be fun today is to just show you some different cuts of cheese. So if you want to learn how to cut some cheese to kind of place on your cheese boards at home, follow along. The first one we're going to do is we'll do manchego, and I'm going to adjust the camera so that you can see how I cut these. Okay, so for the first thing that I like to do for the manchego is I like to kind of cut these waxy sides off. I leave the back, but I'm going to cut the waxy sides off of it here. So what we'll do is we'll just go in and do a very, very close cut so you don't waste any cheese. And we just cut off that little waxy piece, very thin little piece. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Done. So for this one, it's really pretty simple. We're just going to make some small wedge slices. What I like to do is on the back side of this, I don't know if you can see, there's actually some lines that you can kind of go by. So I just kind of do, I don't know, maybe 1/8 of an inch slice, which is about the same size as the line on the back. So it looks like this. And then we just go along and continue cutting the slices. And I like to use this nice big chef's knife because it gives me control over where my cuts are going to go. So I kind of start on this back end here, and then I use the tip of the knife to help me follow so that my cuts aren't crooked. Okay, so the next thing I do with this manchego cheese, I'm not going to build a cheese board today, but what I like to do is when I place it on the board, I kind of crisscross pattern them like this. And so when you place it on your board, your cheese board at home, when you're putting it all together, it's a nice little design for you. Okay, the next one we're going to do is some Gouda. So let me get this unwrapped and I'll show you how I go in with my Gouda and give it cuts. All right, for this Gouda, it's got a waxy outside also, so we're gonna wanna remove that. It's a little bit hard because this Gouda is a very aged, hard cheese. So you just need to be very careful when you are cutting off this waxy end. So we are just gonna go and just cut off that waxy paper end. And it's off, nice and clean. Okay, so for this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it in half here, and then I'm gonna make some slices this way, and I'll show you the shape to where it kind of makes like almost like a little triangle. So we'll go ahead and make some 1/8 inch slices with that. You see how that goes here? Like that. Okay, so for the back end of this, we're gonna have to make our shape to kind of match this. So what I'm gonna do right now is just cut those 1/8 inch slices in the shape of what the cheese is right now. So we've got this here. And then I'm gonna go in and cut some triangles this way. So it gives us some more triangles. Nice little triangles. Okay, so to match the size of the smaller ones that we did originally, I'm going to go ahead and cut that larger triangle that I just made into smaller triangles. So that'll kind of give us all just about the same size pieces. Okay, so here what we can do now that we've got all of our little triangles cut, you can kind of just arrange them on your board like this. You can just kind of stack them and then curve them to create a shape. You can just kind of line them up if you want to, or if you want, sometimes what I do if I don't have enough room, I just kind of stack them. Just kind of like that, really. Okay, the next cheese I'm gonna cut is some cheddar. This cheddar is from Trader Joe's. It's called Unexpected Cheddar. It's absolutely delicious. If you haven't tried it yet, you've got to get it. It's really, really good, and probably one of my most requested cheeses. Okay, so for this one, basically what I do is I either cut cubes, or I will kind of just break off like little chunks with the tip of my knife. But for the board that I'm getting ready to do, I want to do just some slices. So for this one, we're just going to go in and do some, almost kind of like some sticks. This is a real simple cut, but once it gets laid out on the board, it looks really nicely when it's neatly stacked together like this. Okay, last cut, and you can see how nice this has come together with just the layout here. Okay, the last cheese we're going to do today is another one from Trader Joe's. All of these have been from Trader Joe's, but this one is a goat Gouda, another just really delicious cheese that everybody loves. So follow along while we cut this one. This one also does have a waxy exterior that you're going to need to remove. It's very simple to remove this one. Okay, for this one, what I'm doing is just making some slices. And what it's going to do is it's just going to fan out on the board and just look really nice and give it a little bit more of a dramatic effect. So I'm kind of leaving it whole, but making some thin slices. Okay, my cheese was breaking with this knife, just a little lesson, because it was sticking to it here. As you can see, I've had some pieces break off. So I'm going in with my true cheese knife, and this allows the cuts to be cleaner and not stick. Okay, so there it is. There's the finished product, and it just is a nice little fanned effect. People can go in and they can slice a piece off if they want, or they can take the whole piece. And then I just do my meats and all of my other fruits kind of arranged around to where it kind of covers this area here, and then you just kind of see the fan. Okay, here are our cuts laid out on the board. We've got our cheddar sticks here. We've got our aged Gouda in triangles, our manchego crisscrossed, and our goat Gouda fanned out. So this is kind of what you're looking at. Gives you an idea. So you can see this is the finished board with the fanned Gouda. We've got our stacked aged Gouda over here, our cheddar sticks, and our manchego right there. So that's it for today. Just a quick little cheese class. I'll do a few more of these if it's helpful. Just let me know in the comments.